I was forced to wake up to some very horrible news today. I was forced to wake up to the fact that apparently starting in 2028, PlayStation is deciding to just not give physical discs or not even produce physical discs for their games. Now, as a video game enjoyer, I don't know why they would do something like this outside of something that is purely made for greed. This means if they do this, there's no resales, which means you can't pawn games, you can't buy games off of your friends, you can't basically do anything that involves reselling a game that's outside of PlayStation's boundaries, right? Which a lot of people would be like, oh, you wouldn't have to worry about scalpers, and scalpers never actually go for physical games. They never have, and they probably never will now that they're being canceled. I think it's important for people to realize that this is a very serious thing. People need to realize that PlayStation deciding to go away from physical games is not only a really bad decision, but it's an intentional bad decision. They're not doing this because they genuinely think they're going to save some money. No, they're doing this because they know that they have some practices that are either already in the works or already being done as we speak that's going to fuck over their consumer base so that they can make more money. The greed has gotten so crazy where they're like, hey man, if we can fuck over our consumer base for a couple of extra bucks, we will do that. But the issue is that this doesn't really benefit nobody. It doesn't even benefit the developers. Like, I don't remember when the next Final Fantasy game in the remake trilogy is coming out, but say this came out in 2028, the developers don't benefit from this game being digitally only. See, I thought that GTA 6 was going to be a surefire thing. I thought it was going to be just it by itself, but I was unfortunately wrong. It seems it's pretty obvious that PlayStation is intentionally trying to strong arm the people who play their games. And what makes matters worse is the fact that it seems like besides boycotting the entire product or company of Sony, there's not really a whole lot you can do about it. What makes matters worse is that what a lot of people who are going to be defending this decision, because I know there's going to be some people who defend this decision because there's a lot of dick riders who for some reason refuse to see the issue in anything, right? But there's going to be a lot of people defending this scenario, mainly on the aspect of like, oh, most gamers play digital games anyway. Why does this matter? And I'll tell you why it matters. It matters because for one, you're just stripping autonomy from your viewer base. Let's just start with that. You're stripping your viewer base of autonomy. But even if you didn't want to think about it that way, at the end of the day, bro, you do realize PlayStation can just remove your games at any point. You don't own anything. When you own a disc, at the very least, you own a disc. Yeah, you have to connect to the internet to play it, but you still own the disc. I don't think a lot of people understand that. You still own the disc. PlayStation just recently removed about, I want to say 300 movies from a library, just randomly. Movies that some people even paid for. I think along those lines were like the Terminator 2 and things of that nature. These were movies that people paid for, and they just randomly revoked them. They're basically saying, hey man, we can just revoke games, and we're just gonna keep doing that from now. We're just going to keep doing that now. Like, that's basically what they're saying. They're like, we don't care that you want to own your games. We don't care that that's why you're paying us. We just care about money. And we know that we can make more money by continuously scamming you guys and just keeping it pushing. We know that we can make more money by continuously just making more games and then being like, hey guys, you don't actually own this. You actually own a license. You're technically just renting it for however we want to keep your account alive. This isn't a joke. This isn't a video where I'm making jokes or ha-has because I have nothing funny to say. Ain't shit funny right now. And I know that sounds grave and grim and very serious, considering there's more serious issues in the world. But I think that it seems like to me that almost every avenue of my life, there is something very seriously changing or shifting at a point where I can't ignore it. I genuinely cannot ignore it. And I feel like for gaming, it's for some reason all of the big AAA companies deciding that they just want to randomly fuck over their fan bases. Because mind you, you don't need to do any of this. You could just keep it pushing. It's not that hard. Why are you making Nintendo look like a good company right now? Is that not clicking? Why are you making Nintendo? Why are you making Nintendo look decent right now? Why are you looking Xbox look decent? Well, actually, no, Xbox had another price increase, but that's neither here nor there. You're making these companies that are known for making shitty business decisions look like fucking angels right now because you're doing all this. I don't really have a lot to say about this, if I'm being honest. I don't really know how heavily edited this video is going to be, but what I do know is that if PlayStation doesn't make a change in their decision-making department, it's as much as it pains me to say it, we might see the downfall of PlayStation as a whole. Because how long will that be sustainable? How long will the gamers who don't already realize that you don't own your games, you own nothing, and you will be happy? Because so far they're happy right now, but when will that stop? And that's a genuine question. When will that stop? Because for me, I'm already not happy right now. Every time I'm like, I want this game a lot, I try to get it physically. If I don't get it physically, hey. But at the very least, I try to get games physically that I want really a lot. I wanted to get Yote physically. I don't know why I didn't do that. I feel like I still regret that to this day. But that's my main thing, bro. It seems like that it's almost like they're trying to like crash their own industry. Like the AAA gaming. AAA gaming feels like that they're trying to crash your own industry. They're basically continuously repeating to you. They're looking you dead in the face and they're saying, you will own nothing and you will be happy. But I don't know. Tell me what y'all thoughts on that. Be sure to like this video and subscribe if you have any even similar thoughts about this on gaming. Because there's probably, if this video somehow gets big enough to where it reaches an entirely different audience, I can already tell there's going to be a couple of like dick writers in my comment section talk about some, oh, no one even buys physical games, this isn't a big deal, or it's not that deep, or the not that deep warriors. If that somehow makes it to that side of the internet, I already know they're going to be in this comment section. But we'll just see how that goes. In the meantime, I'm going to have to catch y'all later.